Yo. We here today with another episode of Cut Different. This is your boy Haz Almighty. And I'm here with my boy.
It's me. I's back again, people.
Oz is back.
I's back. This your boy G, your neighbor, your friend. What's going on?
What's going on, man? We thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Cut Different. We hope everybody had a good holiday, Thanksgiving.
Throw up them hashtags.
Throw it up. But yeah, today is a different episode. We're going to talk spicy.
Spicy.
That's what we do. We talk spicy, man. And once again, before we get into this episode, we want everybody to still be cautious and be careful with this COVID-19. Things is real out there, man. The counts are going up. Get out there and vote. We got 2 more seats left. Am I correct? In the House, Senate?
Huh?
We got 2 more seats left in the House that we're trying to fill, correct?
What kind of seats? Leather seats?
Hey, mine is velvet, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, if y'all want to get out there and vote, we still got voting going on.
When is the rerun of the runoff?
I can't even tell you that.
It's coming up soon. Somebody let us know when that come up soon so people can see it.
Yeah.
We'll find out and post it on the page.
Definitely will.
Also, guys, it's holiday season. There's a lot of needy people out there.
Ooh,
don't be scared to care. Don't be too cautious that you just don't give a damn about people no more.
Right.
It's been a trend this year. It's been a rough year for everybody.
Everybody, man.
People that don't usually ask for anything are asking for stuff.
Yep.
People are needing stuff.
Yeah, man.
So don't be scared to get out there and give a damn about your brothers.
And don't be too prideful to ask, man. You know, If you need it, go ahead and ask. What me and my family doing for Christmas is we're cooking. We're going downtown Atlanta. There's a lot of people out there, needy and homeless people, and we're going to give out, dinners. We're going to help try to feed some people, man. And that's what we're doing. And, it's good for our children, too, because they get to help hands-on to help other people. We starting them off young, so.
Yeah, they got to see that.
Yeah.
So, this is just a trend this year that people are just being selfish because they don't know when their next meal or their next paycheck going to come.
Selfish and they're scared. They're scared.
And once, it's like monkey see, monkey do. My uncle calls it sheeple.
Okay. I never heard of that, but
sheep people. You know what I mean? Following the herd.
There you go. Gotcha. Okay.
We don't, when we see other people not giving a damn or being selfish, we kind of take on that same energy.
Yeah, man.
So y'all make sure, don't make that a habit. Don't make that the norm. We supposed to care about each other. If God didn't want us here to help each other, he would have made one damn person.
Exactly.
He would have stopped at Adam.
And your blessings come from other people. The sky is not going to break open. It's not going to be a big hand from the man on the throne to come down and just give you it. These blessings come from each other, man. One person bless someone else out.
Yeah.
But
islands are never heavily populated because they isolated.
Talk about it. See, that's the spicy talk, man. You talking spicy, you don't even know it. I like
what
that.
It is. Louisiana hot sauce.
Yes. Oh, I like Louisiana better than Frank's too. So when you speak like Louisiana, I know what you're talking about.
It ain't got no flavor.
It don't. It's a little salty too.
So what we got on the menu today?
Man, on the menu, man, we got so much going on. And it goes back to what you just said too, man, about people helping out and people being scared. And, we got a generation out here now that's all about themselves. They're all about the money. They're all about the fame. And it's leading to a lot of gun violence because nobody want to help each other.
Right.
We got King Von that passed away tragically to gun violence.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's sad. Shout out to his family. Shout out to his people, man.
Yeah.
We got Mo 3. That's another rapper out there in Dallas, Texas, that died to gun violence. We got Little Boosie. He got shot in the leg. Then we got Benny the Butcher from Buffalo. He got shot in the leg. And you're looking at all this gun violence. I remember back in the day, there always was controversy in the rap game and the hip hop. But these guys that get on tracks with each other, feature each other, and they make money. But these kids in this generation is so selfish, it's all about theyself.
Yeah.
Which leads to, I'm not going to help you. You from here. You got more money. I want to get this type of money. I want to do this, that, and the third. And we losing ourselves, man. The culture, us as people, black men, and it's sad. And it goes back to what you said. We got to help each other.
There's no brotherhood.
There is no brotherhood, man.
Yeah, there used to be a code of that. And I like saying rappers are not gangsters and gangsters are not rappers.
And that makes sense.
I don't see it.
You know why? And I don't want to cut you off, which I did.
You did.
I did. But if you're a gangster, you're not going to get on wax or on a record and talk about all the stuff you did. You're incriminating yourself.
That's
right or
why
wrong?
the police always got suspects immediately.
Immediately. Play the album back.
Gangsters don't tell their business.
Right. They move in silence, man.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the hip-hop, the rap culture, I don't know where the change came at, man, but I seen it happen. It developed. It's here. And these guys are like, because, you know, once there's bloodshed, there's always bloodshed. I mean, when Nas and Jim Jones was going at it, you know, Farrakhan said, let's have a meeting.
Yeah.
You want to stop things, but there's no more. It seems like there's no more black leaders right now. And the ones that can be leaders, they're not stepping up being leaders. The ones that was in the game, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, you know, certain ones like that. And it's bad right now, man.
We've gotten to a place, man, where it feels like we need entertainers to make moves for us. But we got Johnny down the street that cleaned up his life, on a car wash, and going to the Boys and Girls Club on his downtime, giving back,
right.
Feeding the young, letting them know what's up.
But we
don't put no light on him.
But we got people that do a lot of things. I ain't pointing no fingers. It's just two of us in here, so, you know, I'm not pointing at the wall. But we got a lot of people in our community also that do a lot for the children and throw cookouts and do things for kids to go back to school and, you know, free haircuts and different prices. But they don't want the limelight. They want to stay underneath the rock. And they are leaders in the community.
And that's sometimes you need to. You know what I mean? Because
I don't want to put you out there, but I have to.
You have to.
You're a leader, bro.
You have to do that because everybody didn't have that. You know what I mean? If I had that, I would have went a different way.
I get that.
So, you know, giving back and mentoring and stuff like that, if you don't do that, and you calling yourself a boss, or you calling yourself a gangster, and you're not really taking care of your hood that you rep so hard, I don't look at you like you really give a damn. I look at that like you just really out here for you.
Yeah. But it goes back to not wanting that limelight. I seen you do a lot for this community, bro. A lot. I mean, and I came here and I supported a couple of things, and, you know, even with the Black Lives Matter, kids going back to school, you was feeding the homeless people. You was down in the projects, you was chefing on the grill. Come on, man. But you don't want.
I don't need that.
I know you don't need it. But these are the people. What if one of these little kids out there seen you, and they look up to you, and you like to stay so under the radar, nigga don't even know your name. He's like, yo, the black dude. You know what I'm saying? Came through cooking up with the bald head.
Yeah, that inspiration alone, just the optics of it, seeing it,
right?
That would inspire you to do it too. You don't need to praise me.
No. But we want to shed some light on you because you're doing things that these jokers out here that had these businesses in the community that hasn't done anything for none of these kids, and you love your people too. Yeah. You love your people, so you know it go. You know, I don't like to down our people, but it's a lot of things that's going on, you know, in this world that makes us look bad. And these things can be fixed, though. A lot of things could be fixed. It's like there's no need for this gun violence. It's like right now in 2020, going into 2021, it's like these rappers and everybody in the industry is cursed, man. You know?
Are they?
Hey, it seems
or are they signing up for something they don't need to sign up for?
Hey, that's a good question, too.
You presenting something to people. You around here with wads of money in your pocket, flashing it, doing the money phone Instagram pics, letting everybody know you got it.
You got it.
And what DMX said about that? Talking about what you got to get you hit.
It will. It will.
And that's what they're experiencing right now. You inviting this to your life.
Right.
You out here, you feel like you need to go to the club, and throw money like you Floyd Mayweather and let everybody know what you got and what you're doing. For what?
It seems like the money controls so much things right now, man. It's like you got to have that bag to even be known or be popular. But it makes these guys, I guess, feel good.
But they rappers.
They are.
They doing what they got their pulse on. They got their finger on the pulse of the community. They know what people want to see and what people dreaming about. That's why Donald Trump was so. He was so alluring to a lot of black men and a lot of rappers because he was promoting what they promoting.
But he was doing it first. It seemed like.
Well, that's always been our thing. He just bit off the black community. He was a vulture early in back in his early days.
Vulture.
Yeah.
But yeah, he and that's what people liked about him though, because it seemed like
he flashy. He fronting the image that ain't him.
But it seemed like people respect money more than morals these days.
And just to debunk one of these sayings that's going around, people are always saying,
I'm outside.
Money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the case. The love of money is the root of evil.
Go. The love of money, right.
Yeah, the love of it. That means you put money before anything.
Yeah.
Anything, your family, your wife, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your friends. You put that all before anybody.
And speaking of new sayings, everybody talking about they on demon time now. You heard that?
I wouldn't want to hear it.
That's the new saying. I'm on demon time. Or I'm outside. I'm on demon time. Hey, man, I don't know when we started praising demons instead of praising the angels. You know what I'm saying? I'm on demon time. That's the new saying, man. These kids talking about they on demon time. Talking about they ready to turn up, get lit, they whatever. Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's the new saying, man. Everybody's saying it.
That's what drugs do.
And that's another part of the culture, too.
Yeah.
That damages these black lives, man. Back in the day, these rappers were drug dealers that wanted to get out the hood and make money legit. And they see that they have a craft. They have a talent. So they start rapping so they don't have to be trapping in the streets. Right. So it was drug dealers making music. Now, this day and age, it's the drug users. It's like the person that you just sold a bag of drugs to, they become rapper now. Now it's from their perspective.
I don't even know why trapping is even popular. You know what I mean? I don't get that.
It started in the South, the trap music.
Yeah, but that trapping, the whole concept of trapping is that you're sitting in the house with dope that somebody fronted you, or you bought some dope from somebody. And you sitting in the house, or you working for this person.
Right.
And you sitting in the house with all the dope all day with guns. All day long.
I feel trap is just what it sounds like. It's a trap.
Yeah, you trapped.
You trapped.
The dude that's smart is the one you buying the work from.
Right.
That's the one that's really getting money.
You said a mouse trap. What's going to happen? He going to go in there, he going to get caught in that mouse trap and get caught.
But he got that cheese.
Yeah.
He died getting that cheese. So you see the outcome. Yeah.
It's a trap, man.
Yeah, it's a trap.
And
you making $15,000, but 75% of that is re-up.
Right. Or what happens if you get caught up? You need bail money and you need to get a lawyer now too. Yeah. And with these young, I'm not gonna say young dudes because everybody. This is our culture, man. Like the music. Music is a universal language. All right, and that's something that we all have in common. Music, and music takes a toll on a lot.
Yeah.
And these jokers now that's in the music game, they're the outlet. So they're being heard, brainwashed. These kids is loving this stuff, man. And these dudes are dying out here.
Why do you think that is?
I think it was something that was taught to us years ago.
What was taught?
To not like each other, to compete with one another.
That's that conditioning, that slave mentality.
Right.
Pitting us against each other. That's
exactly what it is.
Hey, one of the most common things that I learned, back in the day, they used to always let us visit like plantations and, on them school field trip plantations and forts and show us all this stuff. And then they take you down to this area. They always take you by this area where there ain't nothing but concrete and chains in these rooms.
Okay.
And you knew who was in them rooms.
You know.
But they didn't want to talk about it. It was like those the prisoners. All those chains.
Prisoners of what?
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, what you got them for?
Right.
That's where you go break down. You'll see little chisels and stuff like that. Like that movie, Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
When the slave wanted to eat, he wanted to starve himself to
Right.
death. And what they did with that chisel, they took it and put it on his teeth. And took a hammer and poked a hole through your teeth. And put a funnel in there, a metal funnel, after you just cracked my tooth.
I'm in pain.
You stuck a metal funnel, you forced a metal funnel in there and poured porridge or whatever kind of mix you got that you give your horses and cows and shit.
Yeah, it's just as bad.
And now, I got to stay alive just to be productive for you.
For you.
Yeah.
And that's what the game is, too. Because
they forcing it.
They forcing it.
That money. That's the funnel. That's what's in the funnel now.
But it's entertainment for them.
Yeah.
And it's killing us because a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Just a couple dollars.
A couple dollars, man. They making billions.
You seen the wealth gap? The wealth gap is them $117,000 average net worth. Ours? Hold on, no, it's 140 something net worth. Y'all can double check on me. But the black average net worth is under 15,000.
Jesus.
But we got ballers, we got lawyers, we got doctors, we got all this going on, and everybody needed pandemic money. But when you get down to the net worth of people, this is average net worth. Under 15,000. That means that we got people riding around here in Benzes, these big houses in these new projects they call subdivisions, where you got all these rules on how you can't put the fence up. Yeah,
HOA.
You can't put the fence up that you want. You can't put a pool up. You got to ask permission for a house that you buy.
And you bet. And at certain times to cut that grass too. You know, you get fined, and when you put out your trash, you better take that trash can and hide it. Because when they ride by, they don't want to see it. It doesn't look appealing.
You don't want to see the trash can that I took out.
Right.
That's for trash.
Put it in the backyard or in your garage. That's how they do it. Or you get a fine.
Crazy.
You get a fine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And why should I care about how my neighbor house look if they don't care?
Right.
If they don't want to cut their grass this Saturday, that's their business. That's their house.
They might have something to do.
That man working 12 to 15 hours a day,
to keep
and he don't feel like he want to cut his grass this week. That's his business. Or maybe he working so hard and he don't got into one of them situations where he can't afford to buy a lawnmower or pay a yard man.
There you go.
And now he can't cut his grass this month.
And he's being penalized.
He being penalized. You want to put now? Not only can he not afford the lawnmower or the yard man, now he got a ticket on top of it.
Yep.
And if you don't abide by this, I can sell your house.
Yeah.
Your house.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And
where I got the little lines on the wall when my kids were growing. I got their measurements on the wall.
Right.
This is my son's first room. This is my daughter's first room. I put these curtains up in this house myself. Right. You telling me because I don't abide by your rules, I got to sell a house? That kind of kills the American dream.
It does.
And I can't really accumulate a net worth because every time I build up some equity, I got to borrow money to keep said house.
Wow. This is what we go through, man. You're not the only one. Like, we go through this. Black men go through. I see you getting upset. I see you getting upset. Talk spicy. Tell us how you really feel. Nah, but that's real. It's sad and it's depressing.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
And it's also depressing that they turning now, you meet so many black folks that have this confusion about religion and that this was their plan. This Bible is over 2,000 years old. This Bible was written before modern day slavery. How can this Bible be racist? The interpretation that they pushed on us is what's racist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Some of the words, like certain things don't mean the same thing 2,000 years ago. Slave men employment. You was working.
Certain things too, like in the Bible. Virgin doesn't mean never had sex before. It just means unmarried back then.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know about that one because that was pure. Virgin meant pure.
Unmarried,
untouched.
Right?
Untouched.
If we go back and check this up, and these listeners is here. They're here to speech and debate.
Yeah.
Virgin didn't mean untouched. It just meant unmarried.
Yeah, you
back in those times.
You got to do your research on that one so you can let us know what you find out.
I'm going to do the research, but you could do it too, and so can the listeners.
I've done it.
So you mean to tell me it just means just clean,
clean,
not
pure,
penetrated, none of that?
Untouched, yeah.
Okay.
Allegedly. Now, a lot of these
Here we
women,
go. That's the word.
A lot of women back then were not virgins. But because they knew wasn't nobody going to open their mouth, or maybe that dude got killed, or maybe he went to another town or something like that, that means everybody here going to believe this lie.
That makes sense, too. I can see that. I can see that.
You got a lot of that.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
You know that old saying go, mama's baby,
Papa's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
what can we do, man, about what's going on now? Our people we're in a state right now where there's a lot going on. We got the pandemic. We got the presidential elections. We don't know what the president's going to do for us. Never did anything for us. We got so much going on.
One of them presidents ever did anything for us.
But we're losing lives, though. You're
to voting?
No. We're losing lives as far as to the pandemic. There's people dying out there, so you're losing loved ones. You got we're going through a lot in 2020 right now.
Yeah, rest in peace to everybody that lost somebody.
We're going through a lot in these times right now.
It's especially rough during holidays, seeing that missing chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing, just a little advice for anybody going through any grief. One thing I had to learn to do is don't just think of the loss of that person. Think of their smile. Think of the first moment you experienced with that person when you understood that relationship. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Those happy times.
Right.
You got to really focus on that because I don't think about, the arguments or the loss of the entire person because any connection you ever made is never a loss in that.
Never.
Not one.
Right. Think of the good times, man. What I do is when I lose somebody that's close to me, dear to me, like I lost a child. I had to bury my youngest son. And the first thing I did was, I went through it for a while. It hurt me, of course. And it still hurts.
Yeah.
But I had to buckle down and really see how good God is, that he makes no mistakes. And I just thank God for allowing him to put my child in my life for the time that he was in there for. Mm-hmm. And I think about all the good things. You get what I'm saying? And and I do that, and I took that because you could lose a mother, you could lose a father, sister, brother, whatever. When you lose a child, to me, is different. And I know that God makes no mistakes, and I just cherish the time that he was here with me, the time that he was here, and I just think about that, the good stuff, man.
You got to think about that in total loss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In anything you lose or anybody you lose, you got to appreciate that time. Like I lost, people and houses and cars. I drove the hell out of them cars. I lived in that house real hard. I slept real good.
I bet you did.
You know what I mean?
Only if the walls could talk.
Yeah, I lived there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. We ain't going to talk about that, though.
I lived.
Yeah. You got to live. You got to live a little bit.
And you got to enjoy it, you could have not had none of that at all. The people or the things. You could have not had it.
And I heard people say this, man. I'd rather have had it and lost it to not have had it at all.
Absolutely.
I heard that.
Absolutely.
In this day and age, these kids, they got it. These entertainers, they got it. These actors, they got it. What can we do as a people?
It's kind of sad that those are our elite, though.
Yeah.
We need more doctors and entrepreneurs and you know what I mean?
Where are the leaders
lawyers.
at? Where are the leaders at today? Where's the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's? Where's the leaders? Where the Farrakhan's at?
This onslaught we got of masculinity is taking precedence.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want a male leader.
That's a big part.
You don't want a man to lead. They don't want that. They don't want that because every time a man being a man,
Yeah.
Oh, you too mean.
They have a problem with that. They have a problem with that.
You mean.
Too stern.
Yeah, you too stern. You too aggressive.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do it that way.
You have to be sensitive to other people's feelings. You know, you got all that out there, man.
Yeah.
You got all that. So,
but God created this balance.
Yeah, it's a balance.
You know what I mean?
It's a balance.
He need men to be men and women to be men. I mean, women.
Women to help men, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of men and women out there, too.
I don't want to get flagged messing with you, man. But you know what it is? Women were made to help men. They were made to help.
Helpmates.
Helpmates. Yeah. She's not supposed to be his superior and things like that. Once a woman know her position, sometimes a man have to show a woman her position. Yeah. Because it's easy to get sidetracked. You got women out here that feel that they're men because they're doing everything that men do. They're going out, they're making more money than the man. You know, they have more responsibilities, they're taking care of a lot, and they feel like, well, what can you tell me? What can you tell me?
You ain't a man.
She'll tell you that.
Yeah.
She'll tell you that.
And that's all fine. You know what I mean? Go ahead and indulge in your career goals and success goals. Go ahead and meet those. But at the end of the day, a woman that's worth $3 billion, none other than Miss Oprah Winfrey, damn near broke Facebook with her live video of her cooking. We ain't even seen Stedman. Stedman wanted some lima beans, some black eyed peas, and some neck bone. If she's worth $3 billion and she on there telling you
talk spicy
how to get and keep a man, she don't need Stedman financially.
Not really.
We don't even know what Stedman do. We just know Stedman is Oprah's man.
So every woman should have been watching.
A lot of them were. If you can see a woman, and my whole point is, if you can see a woman worth that much, that successful, do that to honor her man, to show her man some affection, to show her man that she cares about him.
And appreciate him.
And appreciates him.
And love
for
him.
being in her life.
Right. Oh, man.
Your little $70,000.
Because that's what it is compared to that.
Better.
Compared to three.
Hey.
Little 70,000. That's what
a
it is.
dude that's making $35,000 can afford the same things that a $75,000 person can do. You just got to manage it.
Yeah, it's all about
you just got to be on your game.
It's all about that. Sacrifice a little bit too.
You ain't too far gone out of my bracket.
Yeah,
that I can't
catch up.
Yeah,
yeah. See, I'm still trying to catch up to you.
I can afford the same mortgage that you can afford.
I'm still trying to catch up to you. That's all.
You know, if we both being sensible, I can afford the same mortgage. Because neither one of us should be paying over $1,000 for a mortgage.
Whew. You ain't lying.
In the South, anyway. Neither one of us should.
Things changing though. Yeah. Down here, a lot of people are coming out this way. They see they can capitalize and make some money, man. Like you start going out there to Buckhead and close to Atlanta, you're gonna pay some dollars, man. It's like up north prices. Like, man, where I want to live in New York, paying $1,500-$1,600 for a 1-bedroom studio apartment, or do I want to go to Atlanta and pay that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, things change. But with this generation,
a lot of us got big eyes though. Looking at the financial structure of a lot of relationships, I'm making $2,000 a month. You making $3,000 a month. Our overhead is $4,500 a month because we trying to spend every check, which contributes to the wealth gap.
Yeah,
we should be living on whoever make the lowest amount of money. We should be living like that. Like we're them.
Right.
Us as a couple should be saying, hey, well, you only make $2,000 a month. Let's see what we can get with your income. That way what the other person brings in, all right.
Yeah.
We good.
Right.
We good. We living good.
But you got to do that. A lot of it's about what you like too.
Yeah.
I might like a Honda Accord. That's what I like. You might like a Range Rover. You go get that Range Rover, or are you wrong? Or should you be like, you know what? Well, let me go ahead and get a Honda Accord because he got one and we're going to do it like that.
Create wealth first. Invest first. have some streaming income that you didn't have to work for before you buy something luxury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to know some extra money coming in.
You got to make your money make money.
Yeah.
Make money for you, man.
Yeah, get into stocks and things like that. And going back to the original, before we get too far off, you know, what's the problem with the black community? Why are we killing each other? Why are we hating on each other? Why don't we care about each other?
I think you can touch on that a lot more. What I said was, it's the slave mentality. That's what I think. I could be wrong. This is my opinion. And my opinion is never wrong, nigga. You understand what I'm telling you?
Your opinion is never wrong?
Never wrong.
Well, opinions are not made to be wrong or right. That's just what you think.
Thinking comes from not knowing, nigga. Come on, don't play with me.
Thinking comes from not knowing?
Yeah, because you're going to think. You're going to take a wild guess. You're going to think. What I'm saying is, I feel it's the slave man mentality.
That's emotional. You said a feeling.
Yo, you know what? I feel like I'm in front of a psychiatrist right now.
You might be. Go on, kick back, nigga. Go on, kick back. Put your feet up.
Got to put my feet up?
And how does that? and how does that make you feel?
This shit feel good as hell. Yeah, man, but I think it's the slave man mentality, but I don't know why it just starts surfacing up.
You know what you can't
right
do?
Now.
You know one of the biggest antidotes to an enslaved mind is? Think about everything they took advantage of, they created a disadvantage for us.
They did.
So you couldn't read. And one thing you can't do to an educated mind, a knowledgeable mind, is enslave it. You can't control a mind that knows. You can control a mind that doesn't know any better.
Right.
So that's one thing that we got to do. And thinking back to those field trips to those plantations when I was growing up, one thing I noticed about all of them that they took me to, it wasn't no fences around none of them.
Them niggas could have ran off if they wanted to, but they were
could've.
scared.
They were scared.
Because they knew what would happen if they got
That's
caught.
when you get things like boogeyman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's where that stuff come from. Okay, you schooling me now.
You know, the darkness in the woods at night. You don't want to go out there. The slave catcher gonna get you, or the boogeyman gonna get you.
So now you like, you know what?
I'm not gonna run. And you know they like 300 yards away from you.
Yeah.
They won't know if I leave.
And we fast people too. You ain't catching us.
Some of us.
Some of us got some wills, man.
Yeah, some of us.
You know, they threw them dogs on us. It's a different story, but you know.
If they catch you, they have to know your plan.
We didn't think like that though. You know, you have people right now
still on the plantation today though.
It's like the shackles is off our feet and our hands, and it's on our brains now.
It's always been on our brains.
You think so?
Always been on our brains. That's what I was telling you about the plantations not having a fence.
Yeah.
Where you controlling them at?
Yeah, the mind. In
the mind. You controlling them that way. How you break down the family. You telling them
you have to instill fear.
You don't need each other. You don't need each other. Look, I'm going to take your husband and beat him in front of you.
Break him down.
Make
you scared.
Now,
you're going to teach them kids that fear.
Now he's not a husband.
Okay.
He's not protecting you. You can't count on him to protect you if you just seen another a dude whip
Break him down. Yeah. But then the women, they were teaching the kids that too, though.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you got to watch. Now you got to watch. You don't want that to happen to you, so you got to watch what you say and watch how you move. And it's a fear thing, and you instill the fear into them. But like you said, it's all mental, though.
And that's what's happening now. You think since the Lyndon B. Johnson administration and the special education programs that are implemented into public schools, you think about that. How many guys we used to kick it with that was in the box classes? How many dudes we knew that if they got their behavior under control, they was pretty smart?
Yeah, a lot.
But you put them in a setting that told them they weren't enough.
I know some dudes that was...
You put them in a setting that told them they weren't enough.
I know some dudes that was in these classes because their behavior. They were like to crack jokes and blurt out, but these motherfuckers were some smart niggas, man. They were smart.
Why you think the joke's funny?
Right. They smart to come up with this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they had them in these. You walk past and you see 4 people in one class, and every class hold 26 people. Like, yo, why he in there? Like, they try to make it seem like he's slow. He has a mental disability, and that's not the case.
But you seen after a while of them being in that environment, after a while
they started like they were slow.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, like,
I like drinking milk and orange juice together.
Like, what that got to do with the tea in China? You know what I mean? Like, where you get that from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I get it, man. But
you conditioning that mind, just like they condition us, mama and daddy, not to be together. I got all these incentives for y'all not to be together. But I got HUD, I got welfare checks, I got food stamps for you, I got housing for you. Yeah, I got all this.
The men though, look, they got some stuff for us too to not be there.
Oh yeah,
sex sells, right? So they gonna put all these pretty women in strip clubs. They're gonna put the bars. They're gonna put the alcohol out there. They're gonna put a lot of stuff out there so that you don't think about what you got at home.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Today, this day and age, these kids ain't getting it. They nobody's getting it. Do they not know, or do they overlook it, or do they just don't care? It's a dog eat dog. I'm all about myself. What is it?
Sheeple. We gonna kick that word in there. That's gonna be.
I like that. I'm gonna use that. Then they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Now I'm in the box class.
Monkey see, monkey do. You see everybody else going along. Look at how we date. You know what I mean? You want, like a lot of women want their husband on day one. You want this dude to know how to protect you, provide for you, and have his money set up, do all of this stuff, be the perfect guy for you the first damn date you have with him.
That's crazy. Yeah, they expecting that. They looking at it. That's what they sizing you up.
Yeah.
From the rip. First date, they sizing you up.
And expectations often lead us to disappointment.
They do.
You can't expect something from somebody you don't know. How? I expect you to want to open it. I like flowers. This is a woman talk.
Yeah.
I like flowers.
She let you know that's
no. She got this in her mind that any man that wants to court me, date me, is going to bring me flowers.
Right.
I don't know that about you. I show up without flowers. Oh, he ain't the one for me. He ain't the one. Because if he was, he would have known. He would have knew
to bring some flowers.
Bring some flowers.
Right.
How can you penalize somebody for not knowing? The same way we are with autistic children and people that have mental incapacities for learning. The same way we are with them. We should adopt that into dating.
The same behavior.
Adopt that behavior in dating. So how do you know what to do for me to make me happy? How do you know what pleases me? Yeah. It's 7.5 billion people on Earth. Yeah. Everybody don't want the same thing.
Some chicks might be allergic to flowers. You know what I'm saying? But and that goes too. You got a woman that want a man, but haven't had a real man in her life because the man that was in her life wasn't a real man, but she thought what she saw was a real man.
Yeah. Now she think everybody like him.
Or supposed to be like him.
7.5 billion.
Right. Like,
everybody like him.
Yeah. Well, my stepdad was my father because my father wasn't around, and he did such and such, such and such. So this is how it's supposed to be. Like, I'm not your stepdad for one.
Now, being devil's advocate, with those conversations leading up to the date, if you asking her about herself and what she likes, that's also how you plan the date, right?
Yeah.
We know she likes sushi. We know she likes Mexican food. So when I ask you out, I'm going to take you to one of your favorite restaurants. Yeah. Also, I'm going to find out what kind of woman you are. Are you used to chivalry?
During that conversation, during that meal.
Yeah. So when I come pick you up or when I meet you at the restaurant, since we don't do that anymore, but when I do my recon, and I find out that, hey, she loves flowers. Her favorite flower is lilies.
Making mental notes.
Yeah. So when I ask you out to this Mexican restaurant down the street, when I show up, or when I come to your door to pick you up, I'm coming with those lilies because I know you like those. Now, if we met today and we going out tonight or we met on this online stuff that they're making us do.
That's what it's that now.
And you had a couple conversations, but you didn't get enough information about this person. You were in a rush to meet them.
Right.
I don't have enough time to figure out what you like. I just want to meet you.
Yeah.
And we can have a conversation that night to find out what you like. All of this is a process of courtship and getting to know somebody. So on the first week, the first day, the first month, don't expect me to be the kind of man that you've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
That's a fantasy.
It is.
I'll never win.
You're not going to
I'll never win.
Because fantasies can change in a moment, man.
Right. So these fictitious expectations you got are part of the breakdown in the black community, the black household. We can't stay together now if I don't know all of this and I'm constantly competing with your expectations.
Fantasy.
But when we feeling each other and we don't start sleeping together, now we don't produce the child. We got a whole baby out here now. Now,
that's deep.
We forced to spend what I call intimate time.
Okay.
This intimacy is when you really getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we forced into the situation because we have a child. Now we spend the ultimate amount of time together. The ultimate amount of time together. Now, we find out that this just ain't going to work.
This ain't going to work.
This ain't going to work. So now we got a baby. We still a family. Now we're a
built back
broken
12 layers of this shit.
Yeah.
But it's real though.
Now
it's
we got
real.
a broken family.
If that was a movie, because I'm sitting there, I'm watching this shit as you talking. It's a fucking movie, man.
It happens every day though.
Every day.
Every day. Now we got a relationship that's broken, and we didn't take the time out to get to know each other. But I'm also competing with this fantasy. I'm never gonna be able to fulfill your fantasy of Denzel.
You're not just you're not. But hold on, you're not just competing with a fantasy.
I'm mad I don't look like Denzel because that's what they want.
But you're not just competing with a fantasy. Yeah. You're competing with a father that they thought was a father or man, ex-boyfriends, and a fantasy. Yeah. You competing with a lot of shit just in a fantasy, man.
And that's
it's hard for us.
And a lot of these guys ain't got time for it.
They don't, man. They don't. That's crazy, man. I see you peel back a lot of layers, man. That's deep because it all ties into you got what you got the so-called man today that's flossing and flashing, shooting and dying and shit because that's all they care about.
Well, you know why we do it. LL made a song called "For Her." I think that song should have been on every radio station 2 times an hour because everything we do is for her. Yeah. Everything we do. So the reason these dudes
a lot of hers though, because the original her, she might not be there tomorrow.
No, but you thinking that a lot of what they doing right now is for women. Women still want the dope boy. Women still want the rapper. Women still want the celebrity.
The tough guy.
They want that status of I'm with him.
Yeah.
Somebody that's bailing through the hood, looking good, shining, flossing, money, spending money. He ain't like the dude that I met at Walmart. He ain't like the dude I went to school with.
Right.
He got all this and that going on. So we only seeing a product of that.
Hit the nail on the head, man. That's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head.
That's for her. That's for her. That's why we out here flossing, because we know that attracts her.
And now they shopping in the same stores too.
What you talking about, Willis?
If you look at the fashion.
Yeah.
They shopping in the same stores, man. Yeah. Yo, see? I caught you off guard with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You out here a whole gangster with a blouse on.
Yeah. And y'all got the same jeans. That was bought at the same place. Yeah. For her.
They fit the same.
For her, though.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You shout out, man.
Crazy.
But it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. It's so sad.
You can't feel your masculine energy if you dress like the woman you're trying to pursue.
Hello.
You can't feel that.
Hello.
Let them slack out a little bit, man. Give your thighs and your calves some room. Some
You got testicles, man. You got you know what I mean. You can't have you know what I mean one on top of each other. You got move your legs a little bit, but you can't.
Things out.
Yeah, you can't
let them breathe.
Let them breathe.
Yeah.
Man, it's sad what it came to, man. And you got these celebrities out here.
They got ball deodorant now. What happened to taking a bath?
They got ball deodorant?
Ball deodorant. It's for your nuts.
It's equivalent to like the
Summer's Eve.
Summer's Eve. I was about to say vaginal deodorant.
Vaginal deodorant, yeah. They got ball wash.
So you spray it on? Is it soap? Or?
I don't know.
Is it a powder?
No.
What kind of form is it?
You're not trying to say, am I using it? Is that what it feel like you saying?
You shot it out there because I didn't know it existed. So you had to do some research.
No,
you
I
did research king.
I didn't do
you
no
did
research.
Or you have a bottle of this shit somewhere. You know what I mean?
No, I ain't got it. It didn't even come yet because of COVID.
Delivery's 2 months late. You waiting for it. Yo, that's crazy, man.
What happened to washing your ass?
Every man
Take
should
a
do that,
bath,
though,
man.
Like shit, you played sports coming up. You was outside wrestling and playing around. You smell like earth, man. You stink. You musty. Take a bath.
I'm a firm believer that everybody grown around here, you can take a million showers, but ain't nothing like every now and then.
Oh, you got to take a bath.
Yes.
You got to soak.
Yes.
And you know what I said, man? When I move, because right now, I got the standard size. I'm going to say standard size tub. Man, my knees be cold when I take a bath because, you know, I'm tall. I'm 6'3". I can't stretch all the way out like I want to.
I'm 6'5".
Hey, man, so...
They can't see me. They don't know how tall I am.
Right.
For real. Can I be tall today?
Today, only today.
6'5". Yes.
6'5". Yeah, there you go.
Minus a few. But yeah, it's rough.
It's rough, man.
I ain't even that tall, and getting in the standard tub is a little rough. But I do it.
Me too. And I told you, I said, yo, man, my kneecaps be cold. Yeah. I throw my Epsom salt in there. Yeah. You know, little bubbles. I chill. I relax. But my knees be cold, but you have to soak, man. Yeah. You have to. Imagine if a woman told you all she do is shower. She never had a bath in her life.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't want to smell that.
I know you don't.
I don't want to smell it. I don't need it in my life. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, bust up there and like the Temptation. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Yo.
No.
Yeah, man. You gotta be, as men, man, it's not bad. I'm gonna tell you like this. It's not bad to take a bath. It's not bad to go and get a pedicure.
Good for your muscles.
It's not bad to go get a pedicure, especially when you're on your feet, you working.
Yeah. And most of us do have those blue collar jobs that require us to stand. So take care of your feet. You only get one pair of them.
Yeah, you do.
Unless you want prosthetics, you only getting one pair.
One pair. Yep. Take care of them, man.
Feet, man.
But man, it's sad what this world is going through, man. I just wish we could get on one accord. I wish it was something to bring us back, man. And
people need to, a lot of guys,
educate themselves first.
Educate yourselves, like I said, and that not only works for the enslaved mentality, but that also works in the reference to relationships.
Right.
You cannot meet these expectations. It's one thing I want to do nice things for you, but if I'm trying to fulfill a fantasy for you, and I just met you, it's never gonna work because now you boxing me in.
So, but then it goes to, I'm doing all of this for you. I'm trying to meet your requirements. I'm trying to fulfill your fantasy. I'm trying to compete with Tom, Dick, and John, whether who that be. What am I getting out of it?
Or instill this healing that should have been taken care of before I even met you.
But even if I'm killing myself trying to do this, and I'm losing, I'm gonna lose that battle. Correct? I'm gonna lose that battle. Now I done put so much energy and so much time there that breaks me down. Where's my healing? How do I get back? What am I getting out of this? Because now I'm just I'm just out here stuck, man. I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurt. I'm broke down. I'm tired. I'm drained. I'm exhausted. I'm dehydrated. Where's my medicine? Where's my medicine?
That explains hurt people. hurt people. She's like that because her father wasn't right. Her uncle wasn't right. The last dude she dealt with, the
Wasn't
last
right.
5 dudes she dealt with wasn't right. And they probably all the 4 of them were penalized because the first dude wasn't right.
Didn't teach them.
Yeah.
Didn't show them.
But y'all asking for dudes in order for our children to benefit. This is where we got to stop being selfish. Okay, we're broken.
It go right back to that being said.
We're broken.
Talk to them.
We know we're broken.
Talk to them.
So what I want to give to my children is something totally different. I don't want you to be broken.
I don't want you to be broken like I was broken. So, and that's when every parent wants the best for their child. Every parent wants the best for their child. A loving parent.
Yeah.
Because if I'm broken and I couldn't exceed the limits that I should have and went as far as I should have when it went in life, you want your children to go further and be better. You want them to be able to love more, receive more love. You want them to be able to have the things that they need and they want with no struggles. All the things you've been through from being broken. You don't want your child to be broken and go through the same things a broken person goes through.
So we got to start preparing for the future. We got to start hugging more. Even if you're not a hugger, even if you're not affectionate because of all the pain and hurt you've been through, hug your children. Let them know that it's okay to love somebody other than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It starts with showing them love first, because if they don't know what the real love is, it's foreign to them. So,
but I know women that are parents that tell their kids, "Don't trust nobody."
Yeah.
Don't trust nobody. Don't be out there.
You don't got no friends. I'm the only friend.
Got no friends. Yeah, that's
I'm
where
the
I was
only
going.
friend. Right there, you go.
Yeah.
Come on.
They ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends.
And you know what? You're right.
You're creating another you.
You are. Yep. Because of all the things you've been through, your friends let you down. That don't mean their friends are gonna let them down. You get what I'm saying? You can't live your life twice. You can't live your life and then live your child's life.
Nah.
You can help them out and give them some pointers.
Take it off repeat.
There you go.
Take it off.
You're right. And I never looked at it like that, but you're absolutely right. Because now that you said that, I'm guilty too. I'm guilty of saying that to my child. Because I've been through some things. Every homie not your homie. Everybody not your friend. And I'm not just saying it, because you said women tell them. But I've done it too because I was broken. I was broken too.
Yeah. But sometimes when you want good people, you got to make them good. You got to create the environment you want to live in. You got to create your Annapolis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It helps to be around good people too, man. Like, when you see older people, man, they don't listen to the same music you listen to. They don't dress the same way that you dress. They don't even speak the same way that you speak. They don't speak the same way. But there's wisdom there with older people. And if you can get around some older... Man, our elders, they seen a lot. They seen things a couple of times, go through the cycle, right? There's some knowledge there. Not all of them, because there's a lot of them that's broken too. But older elders, they seen something before we seen. So you can learn something from them. You can learn from a baby.
That's what we going through right now. No matter how often we talk to the younger people, because they're not used to that, or because they feel... A lot of people don't know how to mentor.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't place yourself in their position.
Right.
All you're trying to do is kick some knowledge that you feel like you've learned today.
Which is a one-track mind.
You got to start from where they at. You got to meet them where they at.
You got to take yourself back a little bit.
Yeah, take them back.
Because you got to, man, I was 16 at one point. You got to come back to 16.
I understand you out here having sex.
Right.
I understand you out here smoking weed. I understand you want to be a baller. You got to get back to that.
Right.
Now, I'm going back there with you, but I'm dropping nuggets.
There you go.
I'm dropping nuggets. Now, I want you, because my whole plan is I'm trying to get you away from that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you away from money is the root of all evil.
The love of money.
Yeah. I'm trying to get you to understand that you don't need gold teeth to compete in this world.
You taking shots at me?
No. All right. You got gold teeth?
Hey, this one got knocked out, okay? So, I
had your wife beat you up.
Yeah. Hey.
Yo.
Yeah, she caught me slipping. you know, you got those women that they really can punch. And I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. It's some women out there. You let them get the first shot. That's gonna be the only shot. My wife got that type. She got that turnover power, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she, you know, she caught me slipping, but yeah.
Yeah, duck.
I had two. Now I got one. Miss, you know, go. You know, it was an open face.
Yeah, duck.
When you getting caught slipping, you don't know what's going on.
You weren't ready for that.
I got my back turned. She say, "Oh, so what you said?" And I go to turn around and book. I turned into the punch. I said, "Damn, this is what this came to." But I had to be a man, right? I couldn't put my hands on her. She got there. I took an L, and I'm gonna. It's my wife. I took an L. But man, if I wasn't married and I didn't know what I knew now, we'd be looking like twins.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I had to be a man, man. You can't. I know physically I'm stronger than her and I can beat her and all that. So, you know, you got to take an L, man. Sometimes you got to take an L. Hey, y'all better stay out my business.
It just went dark.
Hey, y'all better stay out my business.
He's in an abusive relationship. And then anybody got 1-800-ABUSE?
Because we men do get abused sometimes, okay? Because I know my man right now, he 110 pounds. But his wife, she about 340. And she tower over him. Ain't nothing he can do with her. So, you know, nothing he can do with her. Yeah, but yeah, man, we just gotta get back to some of the we gotta educate ourselves and get back to some of the old things, man. If you don't have no men that's in your life,
get back to the village.
Yeah, get back to the village. If you have no men that was in your life that was a positive person, and I don't mean the dope boy you seen out there selling with all the women and being tough and shooting and all that, and you don't have none of that, you have to really build a relationship with God and get into a Bible so that can show you how to be a man. Because what's going on right now, these men think they're men and they're not men, and they're doing a lot of unmanly things as far as dressing. They're conducting themselves not like men. That's why there's a lot of gun violence and a lot of lives lost.
But being raised by women, you lose one of the mantras for men. You lose one of the paths to manhood, which is one of the most important things I believe a man needs to learn, is how to control his emotions. You have to learn how to get that down pat. Because a lot of this stuff that's going on out here, you don't know how to be angry. And you got a gun. It's going to go bad.
It's going to go. That's a bad situation.
You don't know how to be upset. You don't know how to deal with somebody being disrespectful. It's going to go the wrong way. So one of the first things you need to learn, I believe, one of the first things you need to learn at being a man is how to get them control your emotions
right
under control. Yeah.
Everybody. It's okay to be angry, man.
Yeah.
It's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to go into a rage. You get what I'm saying? Like, these young boys that shoot each other all day. Gunfire, open. They outside. They on demon time, right? As soon as they hear a siren or a cop coming, they're going to stop and run.
But they're inspired by, like, what we've seen with Gucci versus Jeezy. We seen Gucci still at 40 years old acting out
like a child,
emotions.
Man. Yeah, emotional, right? And Jeezy, he handled like a man though.
That was
he controlled his emotions because it had to strike a nerve. He had to get angry. He got an answer to a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it brought him back to his memories. He lost somebody, Pookie Loc. You get what I'm saying? And Jeezy talking about, and Gucci talking about, dig him up and ask him this, or you send more at me, I'm gonna send him back to you in the body. Yeah, that was very, very childish.
Gangsters don't beef for 20 years.
Nah, you don't, man. Get that thing done. You got a time limit, man.
Yeah.
You got a time limit. Like, look, I want it done tonight, and that's that, and it's over. But it's sad with us men, the men that's considered the leaders because we see them on TV and they got that money, that status quo. These are our leaders, and look how they're falling, man. They falling. They dropping. They're getting in the. Come on, man. Why is Boosie getting shot in the leg? What do you think happened with that situation to cause him to get shot? Was it some stick-up kids out there? Or did he get himself into something? No matter what it was, it became gun violence.
We seeing the nature of boys that hadn't had the experience of a man in their life continue that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now you're a full grown adult, but you're still a boy.
Yeah.
In no way in your 30s or 40s should you still be, in my opinion, and I'm not knocking anybody, because for some people I know that's all they got. But now, being a man, you got to think logically. You got to get away from them emotions. Think logically. Is this hood worth my life? Is this public housing worth my life? You know what I mean? Is this flag worth my life?
Right.
You know what I mean? What color I wear? Come on, man.
When jokers start thinking about living, because, I mean...
we were only taught how to survive.
There it is. We are taught how to survive, right? Watts. WATTS. That's where my hood is from. Watts. We are taught to survive. Yeah. And when you think about living, you can travel the world, bought all the cars, the houses, the jewelry. That's not living, though.
It all brings you back to what? It brings you back to, I want a wife, I want a house, I want some kids, right. I want a dog, I want a nice yard.
The American dream.
Yeah.
The American dream.
Any man worth his grits still wants that ultimate happiness.
I heard a younger person say that American dream is false. It don't exist. Nobody want that no more. No, this is I'm talking about younger, somebody in their 20s, man. Like, what's the American dream? You tell them the American dream. Man, nobody want that. Nobody want a wife. I want to be single. I mean, I want to be single. I want to be on demon time. I want to be lit. They haven't seen that. They can't see it. It's sad it takes somebody to get shot. Boosie on the way, trying to stop his leg from getting amputated. I don't know if you know. It shouldn't take that. Someone has to be paralyzed from the neck down, lose a limb, for them to get the bigger picture. You got these younger ones, they don't want to hear nothing. Yeah. They have to be sat down permanently, where they can't shoot a basketball no more because they're in a wheelchair, to get the bigger picture. Like, man, I wish I was able to walk and have a kid and have a...
That's when your hood don't show up, though. For the important shit. Your hood ain't gonna be there. All them dudes that share the same flag as you, where they at? Where they at?
I got
that hospital room should be full.
I got some ones that's never coming home, man.
Yeah.
I got some that's when I say they got tricked off the streets, they got tricked off the streets, either to a grave or to the prison system. I do got some that's successful because they made it. They made it, you know? And I just don't like this. I don't like seeing these young brothers going the way that they're going now, the direction that they're going, because there's nothing good out of it. There's nothing good, man. Yeah. I mean, you got people. King Von was only 26, man. He's a baby, man. He didn't have a house. I don't care how much money he had and where he went. He did not live life. He didn't get a chance to live.
No.
He don't know what it feel like to be married.
His career was just starting. So you know what he was doing. He was in the studio mostly.
Right. Same with Pop Smoke. You know, he died at a young age. And these jokers don't know what living is, man. They need to know what living is, because it's sad, bro. And I got a son that's 18 that looks up to these kind of people, man.
Yeah. At 35, that's when the world start opening up to you and you start realizing all the stuff I was talking about before. Mm-hmm. That shit don't matter.
Don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing. It ain't you buying a $10,000 chain.
Yeah.
$50,000 watch.
$30,000 pinky ring.
That stuff don't mean the same as seeing your son
grow and be successful and become a man.
Give a high five to a basketball player at the game. Going to his first football game with you.
Right.
That don't mean the same. Or when you teach him how to put a nail in the sheetrock.
Right.
Change the oil. Teach them how to drive. That shit don't mean the same as that.
It seems like to me, man.
You'll trade all that money for that.
It seems like this generation don't want to live, man. That's what, to me, it seems like they don't want to live.
They hopeless.
It's like, yo, that money don't mean nothing, man. Yeah. Don't you want to live?
What's the remedy for that? What are some solutions? We
man,
spent a lot of time.
I think about it every day, bro. I think about it every day, and I'm like, what works for one might not work for another.
But in hindsight, though, you got to think about what really works. What's always going to work is maintaining family, maintaining that love of community. All that, those two things work. They're unbeaten. If you have more, statistically, you have more of a chance to be successful if mama and daddy together. And if you have a neighborhood full of that, ain't gonna be no drug dealers.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no rapes. Ain't gonna be no murders. Ain't gonna be no stealing. I ain't saying it ain't gonna be none. Oh, okay, so
there's always gonna be some bloodshed. There's always gonna be some something.
In this world, it's always gonna be. But you're more likely to succeed in the areas that you want to because you have the right foundation that promotes success.
Right.
True success.
The thing about
not to watch.
The thing that I struggle with, even when I'm thinking about the whole situation, even me having an 18-year-old son, you can have all that foundation and that structure. They think they know more than you. They think you're old. They think you're washed up. You don't know what you're talking about. That worked then. It don't work now. This is coming from an 18-year-old.
That's the imbalance, though.
Right. It is.
That's the imbalance, because most of the time that you were raising him, you were a single parent. Mm-hmm. But if you had mama always there and daddy always there in the same household, you get something else.
You do. But I'm right now, we men, we learn something every day. And we try to do something productive every day to help us, our race, our men, our people, ourselves, our homes, right?
Right.
Right now, a dude came up to you that's older than you, Joker from the 60s. He got the clog shoes on, butterfly collar. He's still calling you, hey, you jive turkey. You ain't trying to listen to what he got nothing to say. You ain't trying to hear that.
I would
no,
I would be more prone to listen to him.
Listen here, you jive turkey. Hey, sucker.
I would be more prone to listen to him.
You're not listening to that, man. You're going to be laughing at him. Like, listen you stuck in the 60s, dude.
I'd be more prone to listening to this dude if I had already respected the man before him. A guy taught me about respect.
That makes sense.
And manhood.
That makes sense.
Respect is due to a dog. You know what I mean? That's something a man going to teach you.
Yeah. because
that's in our DNA. The reason that God wrote, you know what I mean, inspired the scriptures that were written.
Right.
Letting us know that men require that.
Respect goes a long way, though, man.
You know what I mean? This is over 2,000 years ago. You let us know that is necessary. So if I had learned to submit to my alpha growing up, it's no problem for me to listen and respect this man that's trying to drop some jewels on me and let me know this is what it is. I'm going to listen to this dude talking about jive turkey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be funny, though.
Yeah, it's going to be funny.
But you're gonna get it.
You
do enough shit against the wall, some bound to stick. You get what I'm saying? I was watching this movie called The Grey the other night with my family. And it's about, these guys, plane crash, and they crash where the wolves was at, and they wound up being in the wolf
What
den.
movie?
The Grey.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah, that's my movie.
And great movie. But how smart the wolves were, right? You had that alpha. He was ahead of the pack. You get what I'm saying? The other young ones, they were destined to be like him. They knew their position. A pack of wolves, and I don't even want to put that on us because everybody, you heard, you're like a bunch of wild animals. We're not wolves, no. But you can learn from them. You know what I mean? When you see an alpha male, you learn from him.
Yeah.
He had structure. You know how he wanted to run that pack. Mm-hmm. Everybody had their position. They do what they're supposed to do. They're going to hunt together and eat together, but they're going to love each other.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being a baiter either. You know what I mean? But you still have to establish some leadership in your house.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong. Like, if you were going in a direction, if you had organized, I said that to say, if you had organized a plan, implementing a plan that will do some of the solutions and corrections that I feel we need to do, I'm going to follow you.
Right.
I'm not going to deviate from that plan. I'm going to big up your plan every chance I get because I believe that it needs to be done.
Right.
And I don't have a problem muzzling myself.
Right.
So that this plan can be successful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There was a lot of great teachers out there. I mean,
a lot more than Martin Luther King.
Yeah, a lot more than Martin Luther King. And I'm saying, like, what you've learned from the positive men that was in your life, those teachers were different teachings, but they were good, right? And I was taught some things too, as well. Different, we come from two different places. I taught my son because I was taught. You have a plan A, you stick with it. Because the moment you get a plan B and C, you never intended A to work.
Hell no, you're not. You said something, boy, go on and preach.
I'm going to talk spicy, nigga.
Go on and preach.
And I taught him that.
But the world teaches you
something different.
B, C,
A to Z.
Yeah.
A to Z. This don't work, that'll work. This don't work, that'll work.
Yeah.
Try this. You know what I mean? And it's like, man.
It teaches you not to believe in you.
In you, man. And that's what's wrong with us as a race, the direction we're going. We don't even know who we are anymore, man.
So in closing, what solutions do you think we need to start implementing in our community?
I'm going to sound corny, but I'm going to tell them. I'm going to sound corny. You need to build a relationship with God, right?
That's rule one.
That's rule number one. Build a relationship with God. Long as he's a positive person and you're on a positive track, it could be Allah, it could be whatever, somebody positive. But you have to have a superior that you are submissive to. Positive person. Superior, should I say. So I feel you should build a relationship with God.
Let's do top five.
Top five is good. So I got one. God. Number two.
Oh, I got to pray on that.
Come on. Now we got to wait for the next episode. This nigga.
Because you got, even with number one, you got all this new religion stuff. You know what I mean?
It could be tricky. Yeah. That's why I said, no matter
stuff.
Who it is.
Don't nobody want to say they're religious no more. I'm spiritual, not
5%. I'm God.
You're like, oh, come on, man.
5%ers, they went from learning from Allah, and somehow they become Allah.
That makes you just like the women you pursuing.
Ooh.
That makes you, I'm going to, just like you say.
Hey, man, I better not have no 5% showing at my house because you said this.
No.
Trying to build and all this.
Point.
Yeah.
Hear my point that if we're knocking or we disagreeing in unison with the approach that women have in relationships because of the experiences they have.
Right.
We're saying that the next guy is going to treat me the same way. You know what I mean? So I'm and rolling that in together. I'm saying that this church that screwed me up, this one person in this church screwed me up, made me feel like I wasn't gonna make it, that I didn't know how to live life. Whatever kind of church hurt you got, I'm not gonna try another church.
One apple spoils the bunch.
Because this one church, out of all the 1,000 million churches, it's going to do me the same way. If you solicit to God, Jesus, Allah, whatever you believe, but I'm a Christian, so I'm going to use the example of if you submit to God, Jesus,
and Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit, if you submit to any of that, if you believe in prayer, you, my friend, reading the Bible, you, my friend, are religious. Stop all that. Yeah. I don't want to. Just because somebody did wrong by it. Whether it be what America was based on first when it came to black people, or it be that you don't experience something crazy in church before.
Yeah.
That don't mean that interpretation is the right one. You need to look for one that works.
For you.
Yeah. You need to look for one that works, one that does teach the true religion.
So, top 5. We got God is one.
God is one.
Because it's going to show you how to become a man, be a man, and what a man should do.
Yeah. Solutions.
God. Solutions is God.
If you don't have
a good woman, though, because a woman was made to help us. I don't know if that should be 2. We're not going to put it in the chronological order. A woman is necessary, too.
I believe it should be in chronological order.
Okay.
Family being second.
God, family, or if you're married, it's your wife, really.
If that's the only way to even become family. You know what I mean?
Marriage.
Yes.
So we're talking God, we're talking your wife. Your family.
Yeah.
That's 3. We got 2 more.
Get back to the basics. Get back to the basic community.
Community. Oh, okay. Yeah. Community.
Yeah.
Community.
So, I mean, is that one and the same for 2? You know
Not
what
really.
I mean? Because if you got everybody, we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this one.
Man, we say that every time. We ain't did a part 2 yet. You know what I mean? But
we're gonna do it.
Yeah. But we got to get this thing. Yeah, that's a good question for the listeners.
Yeah.
Chronological order, top 5, you say?
Top 5. Just like y'all do y'all rappers and y'all movies.
If they get stuck on 3, don't be mad at them, all right? Because we got stuck on 3.
For me, God, family, work ethic.
Work ethic, great.
Caring about your neighbor.
Love.
Yeah, caring about your neighbor. God is love.
Yes, so yeah.
Caring about your neighbor. Actually, we don't
need 3.
We don't need number 1.
That's it.
You get yourself right with God.
Everything gonna fall into place.
Yeah.
There you go.
With God, you learn how to love. You know how to be committed to something. You know how to be stable in something. Mm-hmm. You know how to give a damn about your neighbors.
Yes, love
your kids, your wife, everybody's well-being around you. What person with a good heart says no to helping and caring about somebody?
Exactly.
What good person says that I don't want to love?
What good person want to hurt another person?
Right.
Nobody. Like, if you got a good heart, God is love, and love is in your heart. You're not going to want to gun down nobody else, shoot nobody else, or take somebody else's life away because you got that love in you. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to, that's the solution right now. We got to get back to the basics, man.
I got an announcement, too.
It's a boy or girl.
What?
Oh, damn, I thought you was pregnant. I'm sorry.
No, that's just all that turkey from yesterday.
Yeah, I gotta hit the track too, man. Yeah. I was so full I was hearing shit. I'm like, huh? Oh.
Because you know we on iHeartRadio now. The biggest podcast platform in the world. We're on there now.
So how would these listeners go? They have to download app, or
if you hashtag cut different, one word,
it'll show you where you need to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We on all the major platforms.
Congratulations to us.
Yes.
And I know that took a long time, and it took some fighting, and took some patience, and
we here to stay.
We ain't going nowhere.
We here to stay, and we gonna make sure to have the conversation that y'all want to hear.
And that's what I was about to touch.
Free
to comment, and we can speak about some things.
Send us comments if you want to have a conversation or a topic about something that is near and dear to you. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. We're trying to build men.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
We're not trying to be selfish.
What's the for? I was trying to find my
The We trying to be men. We trying to be. Yeah, that's where you stopped at too.
Keep the spirit.
Yeah.
Keep that spirit going. Keep these warriors going.
Yeah.
Not only we need to rise to the occasion of manhood, we need to sustain it.
Yeah.
Sustain it. Don't feel hard about a long day's work.
Yeah.
Don't feel hard about being with one woman.
Right.
Don't feel hard. Don't feel bad
Mm-hmm.
if you trying and she still won't let you see your kids. Always be available.
Be available.
The battle might not be worth it, but the war is always worth it.
And
be
remember,
available.
And remember, man, the devil wants to take you off course.
Yeah.
He want to take you off course, man. Shout out to all the ones that was lost due to gun violence. Shout out to the ones that was lost with the COVID, with the pandemic.
2020 sucks.
2020, man. 2021, hopefully it get better. You know? Cancer, HIV, whatever. And it's like, you know, remember those people and don't think about the sad part. Think about all the good things when those people are still around. Yeah. Thank God for allowing them to be in your life for the period that they were in your life for. Whatever time frame it was, whether it was 3 days, whether it was 30 years, you know, just thank God for that. And be safe out there. COVID-19 is real.
Yeah. Don't shop today.
Don't shop. Yeah, there you go.
Don't shop.
And keep loving each other, man. And like I said, like G said, the holiday times, don't be selfish. If you need help, ask for it. Don't be scared to go out and help somebody else. Don't be too prideful. There you go. And it's always good to help somebody, man. We got to get back to that love, that community. We got to get back to it, man, and we got to stop. You know, this is a fresh start right here. Your New Year's resolution should be coming into the New Year better, not being the person that you was, man. Okay. Happiness, love, caring, teaching, having time for one another, and getting along. We're going
to make that the new swag.
It is.
Giving a damn.
I give a damn. I get... See, I get.
I'm going to one up you. I'm going to give 2 dams. I got one on layaway.
You got one layaway?
Yeah. It's Black Friday. They have.
What, you got 30 days to get it off, or you got to Christmas? What you talk? How much you had to put down? 20%, 10%, 10%. Yeah, that's church price. That's dues. Yeah. There's tithes. There's tithes and offering there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank y'all for listening.
Always on all major platforms. #cut different. Be different. Be you.
We ain't going nowhere. We gonna be here. You. And you're not going through it by yourself.
If you walk in the room and everybody likes steak and you only eat chicken,
be you.
Ask for chicken.
Ask for chicken. Yup. You know there you go. Yeah, man.
Ask for chicken or eat when you leave.
You are never alone. You got us, man. Haz and G, we feel you. We here with you.
All right. Haz dropping knowledge today. We appreciate y'all for listening. Like, share, subscribe on YouTube.
Comment.
All major platforms. iHeartRadio now. Mm-hmm. We need a cloud of smoke to go up when I say that. Yeah.
You want to hear it too.
Is there a sound effect for smoke?
I don't know. Yeah, that's impossible. There's never, ever been a sound effect for smoke.
Here stuttering like Harry Goodspeed.
Hey, man. Stuttering stand.
But yeah.
Hey, man, I enjoyed this episode, man. We talked real. And it was
iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, Amazon,
Instagram,
YouTube, Facebook. There is no reason why your friends can't hear this conversation.
Exactly.
Y'all have y'all own conversations about it, even if you're not trying to share it.
Right.
Have this conversation with somebody. What can we do different?
Yes.
Is the secret in political or are they saying the revolution has to be monetized? Is that really it? Or do we need to get back to what really matters?
Get back.
Mama and daddy need to stay their ass together and raise these kids.
Right.
We need y'all.
So we all really need to look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves what we can do better.
Amen.
What we can do better. Every woman should look herself in the mirror and ask what can she do better to be a woman. Every man should look himself in the mirror and ask himself what he should do better.
A good book is The Resolution for Men.
There we go.
I love that book. That book says a lot about what's going on now. And just a little quick little insight on the book. It starts out with a dad driving his family on a road trip. The dad falls asleep at the wheel.
Okay.
The wife wakes up before him. And the kids wake up because the wife starts screaming.
Okay.
And she grabs the wheel and she tries to get the car together.
Back in control.
Yeah, get it under control.
Mm-hmm.
But what she's doing at the same time, she's driving that car into oncoming traffic.
Ooh.
The dad finally wakes up and sees all the chaos, and he takes the wheel. He trying to take the wheel to put it back on the right side of the road.
Right.
What happens is, ultimately, they still might meet their demise.
Yeah.
Because she's not letting go of the wheel.
She don't trust him no more.
She don't. Nope.
And then he's trying to fight because he's like, all right, I'm a man. I got this now. So it's a struggle at the wheel, probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
you hit the nail on the head right
Oh, man. And now the kids are seeing this.
Yeah.
And they're just scared. They're
learning.
confused. And it's a learning experience. But if they all don't make what happens, then we watch it. We read that and we learn from that. We read that and learn from it.
At the survival that you're teaching the kids how to deal with chaos.
And you let them see it from each perspective. The man,
teaching that little girl
the woman.
not to trust not to trust her husband.
Right. But you learn, you look at the good out of that, though. Because you look at, put yourself in his shoes, put yourself in her shoes, put yourself in the children's shoes.
Right.
And that's something that you can learn from.
Right. And all of that is a result of what we got going on now. We fell asleep, fellas.
You got to wake up.
Wake up, man.
Wake up.
All right, y'all. You could have been anywhere in the world.
But you here with us.
You here with us.
And we appreciate it.
These are our 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Spend it or save it.
I'm saving mine. All right.
Cut different.
We out.
Yeah.